Welcome to a brand new episode of Snobcast 311, just like your favorite American band.
Oh, I never
Who
listened.
doesn't love? What do you mean? Who doesn't love 311?
Oh shit, I never listened to them. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Mr. King of the 90s and
I'm
early
sorry.
2000s. Never heard
Like you're
311.
gonna listen to Matchbox 20, but not 311. I don't
Okay,
know.
first of all, Steve, if we're gonna start talking about bands with numbers in them, we can't even bring up Matchbox 20 because they're untouchable. Okay.
He has a point, Steve.
Okay.
But it is episode 311, and it is a beautiful day. Hopefully, it's beautiful where you are as well, wherever you're listening or watching.
And if it's raining, you should move away from England.
Yes, because no one wants to live in England.
Yeah, I'm not a rain guy, so
Yeah,
Because you have glasses, right?
it's the worst. It's like actually the worst. It's so frustrating.
When it rains outside, I sometimes see Steve doing this. He covers his glasses.
Yeah.
So I mean,
walks around just flipping the bird to the sky.
like even if you wore a cap, Steve, I don't think it would be
No, I mean it might help, but probably won't. So
no, because you wear caps backwards. So.
Oh my god! At least the back of your the worst is when you're using an umbrella and the water trickles down your neck or your back. You know,
how small is your umbrella?
Yeah,
no, if you're like getting in the car or something, you know, and you try to not get the rain in the car. And
at that point, you sound like you're a fucking butler. Like you need to get to the car. Oh, Mr. You're in your car now.
If it's like a torrential downpour of rain, do you not try?
At this point, I think actually when it's torrential downpour,
I don't leave the house.
I just run. I just run to the car.
Yeah.
Because
I slipped once and I'm never running again during a torrential downpour. Like a hydroplane. It was like a slip and slide. I almost lost my nipples on the asphalt.
It's because if you by the time you open the umbrella, there's torrential rain, it's gonna break the umbrella probably. So I mean, at this point, you may as well just
why don't you run end umbrella? I don't get it.
Because what if the wind is too strong and it breaks the umbrella?
So it's broken. You're still getting some cover.
One time, I was walking. I was walking to work, and it was raining. And this guy was parking his car. He was like a bit further in front of me as I was walking. I'm good. I have my umbrella. Like I'm judging the wind. I'm like against the wind. So you Michael Jackson into the umbrella, into the wind. You know what I mean? When he tilts.
Like Smooth Criminal.
Like Smooth Criminal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the guy was getting out of his car. I guess he misjudged the wind direction. He goes to open his umbrella. Flies fucking right out of his hands. Like gone completely down the street. And I'm like, wow. Oh, that fucking sucks. And he had an extra one. So it made me think maybe it's happened to him before.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
my mom is the type of person that has like 4 umbrellas in her car.
You never know.
Just in case.
Yeah.
And then she'll always try to pass one off to me. And I'm like, no, I have one that I've had in my car that's been in my car for like 2 cars. So it's like my 3rd car now, and it's still the same umbrella.
You should probably. Do you have an extra car? Because I go through more cars than umbrellas.
I don't, though. I'm not rich like you.
But you went through 2 cars.
I don't have a car umbrella.
You don't have a.
Well, that explains a lot.
Do you have the hat that has the umbrella on it?
No, because I don't want to carry stuff.
Leave it in the car. It's for a car.
No, but even then, I'd rather just run in and out from wherever I'm going.
What if you're you're parked at the last parking spot at a Costco?
Oh, then I just won't go.
I'll wait for better parking.
I'll come back on a day when there's better parking.
Yeah, I'll leave.
Are you guys doing well? Besides that, I mean, we really went on a rain tangent.
Yeah, considering how nice it is outside.
Yeah, considering how nice it is here in Montreal. I mean, it's just a little bit of a tease, you know. It's a little,
well, not really. It's been pretty nice all week.
You want to fucking go, Steve? Do you want to fight?
Guys,
yeah.
Guys, I think we're just getting a little stir crazy. Everybody's just waiting to be able to have a barbecue, be outside.
I just want to be able to record this podcast in person.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, how about that? Hey, Tom. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
that
get.
would
I
be
didn't mean to
nice.
get mad. I
That
didn't
would
mean
be
to get mad.
nice. I want to do it in person.
Yeah.
It's usually better in person.
Yeah, in person it's nice.
Yeah, it's better than like on the phone or talking like this.
Yeah,
Technically.
or over the internet
Yeah,
or whatever.
sexting. Anyways, the
Well, I
whole
mean, it
thing
depends
here.
what time it is, you know.
That's true. If it's
Well,
if it's anyways.
Speaking about sexting, didn't we have a good segue into our topic of the week?
Topic of the week. Well, first of all, I was asking how you guys were. I didn't answer.
yeah.
Oh, so the topic of the week is health. Well, I'm good. I'm thriving. I'm as they say on the internet. I'm thriving. I'm vibing at the right frequency for this day,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
this whiskey is going down super smooth.
You're a
nice.
smooth
I actually
Tennessee
I
whiskey.
poured like a lot, which is not a
Which is
Anyways,
problem.
but it's
part of
good.
the course.
But it's also the size of your ice cubes, the size of the glass. So I mean,
I
at
put
that
yeah,
point,
I put two of
yeah,
them. I like the clinging noise
the
is nice.
clanking of the
Because
ice.
when I
Steve.
edit this podcast, I get to hear the reverb of ice, and it's very crisp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Jai
Steve, you all
always
right?
sounds amazing. You
I'm all
sound
right. You
amazing.
know,
You look
give her,
relaxed.
give her.
You look relaxed. I think it's the hair. You got a haircut.
I did get a haircut.
Oh,
It looks nice.
Oh, thanks. You know,
how do
I
haircuts
appreciate
work
it.
now?
In
I
what?
mean,
Oh, because you don't
well,
have hair, so you don't know.
Well, like when
I-
you like
this is what I typically do. I like to sit. I'm not a standing haircut kind of guy. I like to sit.
Yeah, I like to sit as well.
They usually use clippers and or scissors.
wait,
Typically
you
both.
can stand
Yes.
Yeah,
where?
standing barber. You never. No,
No.
just me.
I'm sorry. I really tried to go with it, but I.
Imagine it's just no. I prefer to stand, and instead of having a chair that he pumps, he just has a switch that lowers a circle of the floor about 3 feet.
the guy's like 5'1", and you're 6 feet, and he's like,
basic-
oh shit.
You can basically sit on the actual floor.
So how does it work? In what sense? Like what? You have to wear a mask and shit.
Yeah, like do you have to
Yeah,
wear
you
a
have
mask?
to wear. You have to. Well, personally, I
Do you ever
when
get
I'm
hair
sitting,
that
I don't.
falls in?
Well, that's the thing. When I'm sitting,
Ah.
I don't wear the mask because I don't want hair to go in my mask.
That's a
So the
hazard,
hairdresser wears the mask, and she also does my beard. So I mean, how is she gonna do it? She's gonna cut around the
That's true.
mask, trim around the mask.
Imagine you have mask beard after that.
Mask
You just,
beard. And it just you keep eating hair.
oh.
Yeah, and you can do like la chasse if you have the strings of the mask.
La chasse. La chasse. Oh shit.
I also think Tom would look good with la chasse.
Oh yeah, that's for
when,
sure.
when I give myself the beard chasse,
Mm-hmm.
when I like shave and I just keep the beard going. But now it's gonna be sunny weather, so we want to be clean, you know?
You wanna
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know.
we? No.
I haven't seen my proper face, my bare ass face, in at least 7 years,
Mm.
and I'm
Just
okay
got
with
rid of-
that.
I got rid of every
Yeah.
mirror in the house.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that because I feel like I look good this way. So I'm
Yeah,
okay.
no,
And
but a
my
little bit of
beard's
sweat,
very
but
red. The older I get, the redder my beard gets.
I'm saying I don't want like I wouldn't want to grow like a full on beard in the summer just because between wearing a mask
Mhm.
and the beard, you must just like
Yeah.
exponentially sweat.
Tom, I think by the time you're 40, I feel like you might have a beard, like a full-on beard.
You think I can grow one? It's too much fucking
Too much maintenance for you.
tickles
Then
the neck.
I know someone that knows very much about beard oils and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Anyways,
Yeah.
good. I mean, it's been a week. It's been a long week
Any,
since last week.
Seen anything good? How was that Justice League movie?
Oh, I finished it last night finally.
You
'cause
did
I
you
watched
did it
in-
at one sitting or
No, I did it in 2 parts, so 2 hours and 2 hours.
and
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than the fucking 2017 one.
but it's still 2017 basically.
Well, it was so funny because I posted the review and someone commented, "Oh, I really hope that they would have changed that scene with a certain scene with Wonder Woman." I'm like, but you don't get it. They didn't reshoot the movie. Like it just like
It's the same
Zack
movie. It's just-
Snyder had a fucking a very important thing to deal with at that time, so he dropped out of finishing the movie, and so now he's like, "This is my time to."
To shine.
Give the people what they wanted because the one that was co-directed by Josh Whedon and fucking Zack Snyder.
Oh,
was
he
shit.
directed Firefly.
Yes, And Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So I mean,
Well, yeah.
So Zack Snyder was like, "Hey, I have this 4-hour R-rated version of Justice League," and then so that's what my point was to that person that commented on my review. I was like, "They didn't reshoot the movie. Like they just whatever footage they had, he made it into a okay. I think it's I believe it's 6 parts and an epilogue, so 7-part movie,
Jesus.
Jeez.
4 hours long. But it's really good. The character development's really good. Obviously, it's 4 hours, so I mean,
Yeah.
you literally get a backstory of obviously Batman, Superman, but the rest of the Justice League, you get a
So
nice
it was a catch
background.
up to Marvel, basically. So now they can start pumping
Yeah,
out
well,
DC movies like Marvel does.
the way it ended, it's open for
Open for
sequel, I guess.
interpretation.
Yeah, open for sequel. I guess Justice League 2, Justice Again.
The
The great title. That's what I think.
Justice League 2.
Justice comes again. Something like that. And it's so funny because I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, there's literally just Wonder Woman as a woman in this fucking movie,
No.
and she must, like, and no one's giving her any eyes, like, it's Gal Gadot.
I could just picture if you do a parody of the Justice League movie, but it's all about like gangster rap and chains and stuff, and you call it Just Ice League. And Steve would love to choose the soundtrack to a movie like that.
I think I could score it really great.
I
That
think
is
you
a
really
good
could.
point. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I think you
So,
really could.
all that being said, the Justice League is 4 hours. But Tom, you like that? You're gonna watch it, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
But I mean, it's not bad. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I think I was being fair with that.
What was the first one? What did you give the first one?
I don't remember, but definitely not that.
Probably like a 1.
Probably like 1.5, maybe.
Ooh, it only got.
I don't
12
remember. Actually, I should go
months.
look to see if it's on the page, but it's too far back.
Oh, man.
So I mean, but yeah, I also we had a bit of an assignment this week as snobs, and
Yeah.
because Netflix, oddly enough, is now streaming a documentary.
Can we mention them in our podcast, or do we have to
Oh, I
change
don't
their
know.
name? Nordflorks.
What?
and
North-
streaming and streaming
Yeah, and stream.
is streaming a film, a documentary called The Last Blockbuster, which is really, really fun.
It's a sequel
Yeah.
to The Last Action Hero.
Yeah. But essentially it's a bit of a history of Blockbuster Video, but it really focuses on the last Blockbuster, which is in Bend, Oregon, and it's literally the only rental store out there right now.
Oh my
And
god!
and I watched it, and I texted the guys. I'm like, you have to watch this, and we have to talk about it because we're of that generation of going to rent videos like on weekends.
Yeah.
We're
and
the
stuff.
last.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably it. So I
Mhm.
mean, I was watching this thing and like the camera's like panning down the aisles and like of the
It was
genres
super
and things.
nostalgic.
And I'm like
Yeah.
looking at like the art of like the covers. I'm like, what movie is that? What movie is that? Like, like because they're just panning down the aisle.
Oh my god! They had Gremlins too.
Yeah, there's like shit, like all like cool stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I have to tell the guys to watch this. So oddly enough, they listened to me and they watched the documentary.
I watched it twice.
What?
I watched it twice.
Really?
Wow.
I watched it on Friday, and then I watched it again on Saturday because it was really good.
Are you being serious?
I swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is
And
it is
it
short.
was
It's not
good.
long.
It was good. Though, yeah.
I felt like I missed some parts or whatever, so I just went over it. But it's very.
But don't you
very-
do you not want to go to Bend, Oregon?
I wish the fucking Videotron near my house would just start fucking renting movies again at this point.
But there's something about it. Like there's something about physically going. I guess did you guys? I didn't do this, but did you guys rent games?
All the time,
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah.
My order every weekend was 2 movies and a video game. Every
Was there like
Friday.
a special?
Times are good.
No.
but-
Just
No, times are good.
it was just that it was like one comedy and one drama, suspense, thriller, or
Or
something
action
like
film
that.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a game.
And when it came to renting video games, was it as long as
3
as the
days.
video? 3. So you had to play the game in 3 days, or you had to go back
Yeah.
and renew it or whatever.
Yeah. to bring
Two,
it back.
two if it was new.
Yeah, 2 if it was new.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
2 if it was new.
So Steve, what's like the one game you remember that you had 2 days to play?
Oh, fuck. I don't know if this was a 2-dayer, but one of the most memorable games I fucking rented, probably N64 Gauntlet Legends. That was a lot of fun.
And this is what, late 90s?
Uh,
Gauntlet Legends.
that or early
Yes.
2000s. Yeah. On the Legends was
Yes.
fucking crazy. It was so nuts.
N64 was still relevant and was still big in the early
Oh
2000s.
my god, I was going and rent PS2
Yeah, I mean,
games.
early there, like
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
yeah. I had rented, I think, the third one or something.
Oh wow.
and it was crazy, and you never bought it.
No, I hadn't, because I think that was around like um we moved on to like like the next console after
Or you
that.
never had an Xbox?
I did. I had an Xbox 360.
Really?
Yeah,
I always thought you were a PS.
I am.
PlayStation.
I do. I have. I still have all of them.
Oh
How
my
do you
god.
differentiate? Actually, this is a great question because I've always
Okay.
wondered, guys, how do you differentiate what's good and what's not? Like, oh yeah, no, Xbox sucks, but
Oh,
but PlayStation's better.
PS2 was definitely better than Xbox. 360 beat out PS3. PS4 exploded Xbox One, and PS5
yeah.
is probably kicking Xbox's ass right now.
So I don't know. There's a bunch of things. Some like, I mean, some consoles have games that are only for that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Some things it's like, Xbox always had that problem, the red rings of death, that for some reason it would fuck up and that's it. It's
What the
done.
hell's that?
I don't know what
The
caused
game
it.
just stops working.
Yeah.
The
Really?
console just stops working. It overheats.
Yeah.
I remember this was the game I used to go rent. Steve, I don't know if you ever played this. Extreme G.
I had seen it, but I never played it.
This game was phenomenal. It was futuristic bike racing with fucking weapons. It was
Oh wait, what was that other
amazing.
one? Um,
It was amazing, and the soundtracks were always fire on these games, all the time.
yeah.
What was one of the games you vividly remember renting?
I remember. Oh my god, a game that I had to keep renting over and over and over and over to beat was Super Mario RPG.
That was fun.
Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah, that was actually, it was like such a one of a kind game because you never had
Yeah.
an RPG Mario game. It was
No,
like
and it was
Mario meets
actually
Pokemon, and it was fucked up.
yeah. Yeah, no, it was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Um,
But every
yeah.
weekend I would just, you know what it was? It was that when we were kids, you basically had to be better at video games because the thing that made there was an industry that erupted because of rentals, and it
Mm.
was fucking websites that had cheat codes, websites that had
Right.
walkthroughs. Remember that, Steve?
Yeah.
Remember when you used to go on like fucking
Game
Game
Revolution.
Revolution?
Yeah.
Yeah. CC Cheat Planet or whatever the fuck it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
There were all kinds of games that you had to like, because you had 3 days to beat the game because you don't want to rent the same game the next weekend and everybody else is playing
Well,
another
yeah.
game.
You know?
So you had 3 days to beat the game, and we couldn't just sit in front of the TV. Like I had like like I could play like for an hour and a half a day, so I got to bang this game out in 4.5 hours. You know?
Wait, you played an hour? Your parents allowed you an hour and a half a
Yeah.
day of video game?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
over the weekend, not during the week.
okay. So like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow, sick.
Yeah.
And then if you had a pet day, you were like,
Oh,
fuck
if I had a pet, but then you got to bring the game back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to
Fair.
time the rental with the pet day.
Right.
Tom, did you ever rent Space Station Silicon Valley?
What the fuck is that?
It was N64. You were like this kind of computer thing. You could take the form of the different animals on the space station. Do I don't know, something. I remember it was really fucking nuts. The game.
Oh my god!
Yes.
No, you know what? I remember renting the fucking South Park game.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
South Park game that you could throw the snowballs with pee.
Yeah, so Johnny, you have to basically picture GoldenEye. But
Yeah,
with South
GoldenEye, but
Park,
South
yeah.
Park.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
And they have all like, and they fucking say shit and whatever.
Holy shit. For me, it was strictly videos, whatever. I transitioned literally. I used to go rent VHS, and then it turned into
Yeah.
DVD at some point.
Now, when
Um,
you used to go and rent, did it
yeah.
ever happen that you rented the same movie twice? Did
I
you
mean,
ever
probably.
did you ever want to rewatch something and you were like, I should rent it twice, but do I waste like my time renting
Your
it?
rent, you know.
I think at that point it was either I watched it. If I liked it, I went to buy it.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
I also, you think I have a lot of DVDs? You should have seen when I had VHS tapes. Holy
Yo,
shit!
but back then, like I didn't remember that movies were like, they used to sell movies that expensive at the beginning when they came out on VHS, like fucking $100 a movie.
Yeah, but that was when they
Yeah.
first came out. Then
Yeah, that was like the 80s though.
yeah, when they first like the
Yeah.
technology was like unheard of, you know.
Imagine if the
Yeah.
courts would have ruled differently and they would have said that no, you're not allowed to rent movies. They would have
It's crazy.
massacred the industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's a
Well,
crazy.
not even so much that. It just basically kind of would have stayed the same because you weren't. It wasn't really widely available to buy movies anyway,
Mm, mm.
That's
and
true.
you had to go to theaters. There was no
And I
choice.
feel like only rich people bought movies.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Beverly Hills mansions that have Beverly Hills Cop. What?
But yeah, like imagine just the laser disc player, how expensive that would have been. You
Oh
know?
my god.
But even when a DVD player came out, like now they're like
Yeah,
fifty
well, that's it.
dollars.
No,
But
but
you
imagine
know,
even that probably would have been even more expensive
Do
than
they
DVD
do
player.
they sell DVD players now?
well, the Blu-ray can play DVDs.
Oh
But
my
the
god.
thing is, you know, they still when I do buy something, I try to buy the Blu-ray DVD combo, so it's
Mm.
Yeah.
both.
And
Because
you get a digital download sometimes.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
I'm not
What
so
what
much.
is that? I don't even know what it is.
Well, you can watch on your phone or your tablet or
Yeah,
whatever.
if you want to bring it like when you go on vacation.
Yeah, but at that
Oh,
point now, there's like so many things you can bring.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, like there used to be a few rental stores I used to go to. One was Video Roma on Jean Talon.
Ooh.
But then further down on Jean Talon, like a few
Jean
blocks,
Talon
like
and
so
what?
so Video Roma was across the street from my sister's condo, where Yoko was.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was
Okay.
Video Roma. Further down Jean Talon towards Pinaf, there was the Super Club Videotron that was
Mhm.
there, next to Harvey's. It was massive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the two that I grew up in. And at Video Roma, I remember that was the first time I saw Eddie Murphy Delirious. Okay, it
You
was
saw him in no imagine.
no, I saw the box of in the VHS tape of him in the red leather suit,
And you
and I was like, what
rented
is
it.
this? Well, I don't think at first I don't think my dad was probably skeptical to rent it, and so that's the first time I saw that, and I kept going back to that every time I would go back. At one point, rented it, watched it. I think the entire weekend, learned it by heart, and then for the longest time, it was unavailable to purchase, and it wasn't unavailable on DVD. Just recently,
Wow.
I would say within the last 5 years, that they were able to sell it on
That's
DVD.
nuts, though.
Yeah, and well, I think it's also on Netflix now. But as far
Yeah,
as
but
owning it, like it was unheard of. Like I never owned it on VHS, but I was like when I found out they were like releasing it on DVD, I was like, I obviously need to own this. They had Raw available. Raw was always available, but Delirious for some reason, because it was owned by HBO,
Mm,
uh
oh, well,
it
still,
was
it's so
it was
strange,
just
though.
like a thing, you know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
Okay.
that for me, there's that, and I used to love going to like the sale rack, and like looking at like the 2 for 20s or whatever, and like seeing like what movies were for sale
Yeah.
and all
What
that
was
shit.
what was the defining um like when you walked into the video store, what was the first thing?
The
Any
smell of
any
popcorn.
the smell of popcorn is
Yeah, yeah,
what
hundred
got
percent,
you? Yeah?
100%. That, or like I think Vita Roma had like a bell when you
Mm.
walked in, but the smell of popcorn, even
It
now,
was
guys.
it was that stand in front, like
Yeah.
when before
Yeah.
you go in through the second door, they had the stand of like they had the paper with the new movies of the week. So
Okay,
you would take it so that you could browse quickly as you
yes,
walk in,
that's fair.
you know? But
That, and
like
like behind the counter, they had like the coming soon, and you're like, holy shit,
shit.
so and so is coming out in 2 weeks. You know, like
They made Jurassic Park 2?
right? You're like, what?
And you didn't know. You didn't. There was no movie news.
Yeah, there was just like
Yeah.
Entertainment Tonight, which our parents, my mom watched
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. You
My mom too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where you got most of your news from. And then the thing too is back then, like I used to go to the movies a lot as well, and movies, like let's say you would watch at the movies, it would take like 4 to 6 months before it was released at
Yeah.
home for people to rent it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, but then you would go before like not before the internet, but like around when the internet was being what it is
Yeah.
today.
It
Like
was dial up.
yeah, you go to the fucking shop, the rental store, and you see like, oh my god, in 2 weeks Jurassic Park 2 is coming out. You're like, oh my god,
I
I'm dying.
remember when you used to go in, the first thing that hit me before, like the smell of popcorn, obviously you smell the popcorn, but me it was I remember the Videotron I used to go, actually, before I used to go to the Videotron over here near my house, that was near the clinic there on
Mm.
Lacordaire. There was a Super Video match on.
Those are always
I-
good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like near the Harveys. There's like an exchange bureau near the BMO.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It used to
Yeah.
be there. It used to be there, and it had the little jeton, the little like velcroed on
Oh, you have
things
to
that you would
peel it
rip.
off.
You peel it off and you bring it to the guy, and the guy gives it to you in
Fuck.
the green see-through
Tape
plastic.
box, yeah.
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 So I would.
Ah,
Oh yeah. And
Oh,
on
that's
the
far
TVs
out.
there were like fucking trailers of like
yeah.
the new movies, or there was just a reel of trailers that would just play over and over.
Huh.
And I would walk in and it would be like this summer, and you see fucking, and it's like Terminator 2, and you prepare. Oh, and you fucking, it was wild.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
used to know how to sell you shit. Now on Netflix, it's like you turn it on, you see the big N.
It
with the
knows by your
rainbow,
algorithm.
goes by the algorithm, and it just shows you. It's like, okay, Queen's Gambit. Like, we know, everybody's got it. It was different back
It doesn't
then.
have to be the first thing you see every time you open Netflix.
Yeah,
Whatever
it's
new thing is that. Yeah.
yeah, it was, but there's no, because there's so much content now,
Yeah.
and it's so accessible, and not only is there so much content and it's so accessible, now there's so many fucking streaming platforms. It's insane.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nuts.
like
It's a little bit nuts.
it's kind of like ruining the whole point of having a streaming thing.
Yeah,
And the streaming thing, it was all there. Okay, it's all
Everything
on
is
this.
subscription based now.
Now, okay, if I want this, I need that. If I want to watch this show, now I have to
Now it's
subscribe
like,
to that.
Seinfeld is leaving Netflix to go to HBO Max. You know, you're like, okay,
No,
well, no, I'm just giving you an example.
it's
You know
coming
what I
to
mean?
Netflix next year.
Who knows at this point?
Yeah, but like, I
But
don't
I
know.
mean, but it's a weird thing. I worked in a video shop for a while.
No,
Huh?
Not for a while, for
that
like
must have
maybe.
been a dream. I don't
For me,
understand
it's a
how
dream.
you never owned one.
I don't know. I'm thinking of owning one now and seeing what happens.
Honestly,
So,
so here's an idea. Here's what I was thinking after having watched that
the duck.
documentary. Was that, I was gonna say movie, was that the okay, fine, like you're never gonna go to a video store to rent the new thing, or it's gonna
You
be on
want the old
Netflix.
shit?
Yeah, the old shit that you
Yeah.
can't fucking remember what
Yeah.
the movie was, and you're like, oh my god, I remember like horror movies. Okay, you could go get Shudder or whatever the fucking whatever
Yeah.
that thing is called, but like over there, when I would go to the movies, the fucking horror section had these movies that I've never fucking heard of.
And you're always
And
like
then,
scared to walk past the horror section.
yeah,
You
and
know,
it's
you're like,
it's like
oh.
there's like a movie, it's all written in like it's like Faces 3. What's going on? They made 2 before this. What happened?
They're like 10 years apart.
It's crazy. It was crazy, some of the movies that you would find, but like, okay, you used to go for the new movies, but then did it ever happen that you went to get a new release and they were all out?
Oh yeah, that was the worst part. There was, that's the thing that I remembered the least when I was watching the doc. I was like, holy shit! I remember so many times going with my dad to rent something, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I want this," and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have any more copies of it."
Yeah.
Like,
All
imagine
the
you're like
time,
your
yeah.
whole weekend is ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you gonna do?
It's
You're
a-
gonna go back tomorrow?
Well, at the same time, though, and that was always a pain in the ass, like infinitely. But if you look back, at least it kind of made you watch something you otherwise probably wouldn't have. You're
Yeah.
like, well, I'm
Yeah,
already here. I'm gonna get something, and then you end up
Yeah,
finding
so
something
you're
you
like,
never would have watched.
since I'm here, how can I go wrong with this fucking Morgan Freeman, Jodie Foster movie? You know?
You know.
but then I remember they mentioned this in the documentary as well. There's always people giving suggestions of movies. So I
Yeah.
remember at the place we used to go to that there's always a guy like, look, you should watch this. And then most of the time, I was probably too young, but they'd be like, oh, watch this. And then, I remember my dad would say like, oh yeah, it was really good, Um,
I don't remember that at all. I don't think.
really.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
more for like I don't think Videotron did it, like, but I
No.
think maybe
The
like
mom
the
and
smaller
pops
ones, yeah, they were have like, oh, this is what we
Okay.
suggest that you do. But even Blockbuster, I remember Blockbuster. I never rented from Blockbuster. I used to go to Blockbuster because they had crazy sales.
I
when they
didn't
would-
have. Yeah. No.
No, when they would do previously viewed movie sales, like they had crazy like sales like that. So I would walk into Blockbuster and I would like buy like a shit ton of movies
You would
when they
bust
had
your
sales.
block.
Yeah, when they would have sales, and there would always be like on the walls, like oh so and so's pick, oh so and so's pick. But I mean, yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Never went to. Well, we never used Blockbuster either, but I would
Yeah.
go sometimes. Like I had a friend who their
Yeah,
parents had a Blockbuster card,
yeah,
so I would go sometimes there. But I never really noticed that again either.
yeah.
Any
There was
suggestions or what?
there was something comfortable about going to like a
Yeah.
Videotron
Yeah,
with a micro play in it. Remember that, Steve? It had a
yeah,
micro.
yeah.
And used to go, you can, if you ever dropped something or you needed a controller or whatever it was, they had like the consoles repair and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it was all like all in there.
Yeah, and then they had oh my god, they had the machine that would super quickly rewind the videos that people didn't
Yeah.
rewind.
I always rewinded. That was a good. That was a good.
I always rewind, but like you remember how long it took? Like you would put it and you were just like, but you
Mm,
know what the rewind was for? Because guys, everybody knows that on Friday night it was like rent movies, order pizza or Chinese food,
Mm-hmm.
order in. It was a like restaurants on Fridays and Saturdays must have been fucking jamming on delivery
yeah,
just
Yeah,
because of movie rentals
yeah,
because everybody did it. Everybody,
yeah.
you know. So you would get that. You would eat during the movie, like the first one, you would like eat your shit, whatever, and then rewind. Okay, quick before it rewinds, it's clean up. You clean up. You get the popcorn going. So this okay. Put in the second one. You put in the second one. Popcorn's ready. You sit down. You're ready to go for the second one, and then everybody fucking clocks out after watching two movies because you're dead. It was
and
such a
now we're
great weekend.
home and we watch like 5 movies a day. You know, like
Honestly, like it's fucking. You know what it is? I find there's when there's too much choice like that, I just don't feel like watching anything.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
and it's overwhelming. You know, like you're just like there's so many things to watch.
It is, and it makes it like less of not an occasion, but you get what I mean. Like Tommy
Yeah,
was saying, you rented a movie, you all sat down, you all watched it. Now
everybody
it's like,
was excited, and then
And
you
that
you,
yeah,
that
you
was the
would
movie you
discuss.
watched. Like
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
like there was no choice. Like you're like this is what we're watching this weekend. You're like all right.
yeah. And now you're like, oh, what do I watch? And you get pissed off after five
yeah,
minutes. You don't watch anything,
and
or
then
you watch
and
something you don't watch it. You just leave it on, and you're just like, yeah,
exactly. And then the best part was that Monday morning you would go to you would we would go to school. Our parents would go to work, and you would. Oh, what did you guys do this? Oh, we watched this movie. Ah, I saw it too. Or yeah, are you always at that guy? Ah, fuck, you fucking got there before me. I couldn't fucking get the movie. I'm gonna get it next weekend. Don't tell me about. Don't tell me.
That
Don't tell me.
or the kid that was like, no, my parents will make me watch that because it's PG-13.
Yeah.
Watch that. Watch
No,
it.
but the key part to growing up back then was if you had an in with your movie rental place, you were golden. The one that was
Explain.
near my house, my dad knew the owner. He was friends with him. So if a new movie came out, my dad would call the guy at the store and just be like, "Oh, did the movie come out? Yeah, okay, can you put it away on Friday for us? You know, yeah, okay, don't worry about it. This is gonna be an extra copy on the site for you. It's okay." So we would go, you grab the shit. Oh, there's no more. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, there's one here. Here. So that was like a nice perk. But then that guy decided to sell, so we had to go to Videotron, and then you're numbered like everybody else because it's a
But do you remember
fucking.
those lineups at the cash?
yeah.
Like to like on a Friday or Saturday, like
Oh my
like
god! And the conversations were amazing at the lineups at the cash because you had the people that were arguing with their kids because the kids were like, "Can we get the M&Ms?" And they're like, "The M&Ms are $47. We're gonna go to the Super
they
C
really
across the
were
street and get them."
for like two for
Yeah,
$47.
yeah. It was right around the time when they came out with the M&M, the minis, the
Oh,
little
the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
top ones.
Yeah, because everything's better when it looks like pills. So so they were fucking you were there and you were like, okay, can I get these candies? And they had sizes that they didn't even sell in stores. You know what I mean? They had stuff. I felt like when did you ever see junior mints? Only at the video store.
Oh, I
Yeah,
fucking love Junior Mints.
yeah.
You know, like nowhere else. Or they had those fucking pink and blue marshmallow looking fucking, it wasn't candy, it was like a hard marshmallow, and fucking people would
Huh?
buy them. I remember the French people
You
used to love buying
do you
them.
remember the
They were like the bananas, like the yellow banana marshmallow candies.
yeah?
They were like those, but the
Okay.
video store for some reason had them in pink and blue. It was like it was a gender
Okay.
reveal for candy.
But you remember the hosts, but stuffed inside was like candy? Like you used to pop it with your mouth?
What?
They host like the host like a host like from the church, all right. But
It's
inside,
candy stuffed hosts.
yes, they were like different colors.
That would be such a good marketing thing at church. Candy stuff, the body of Christ, and you put it in your mouth, and you pop it, and red comes out, and you're
No,
it is
no,
blood.
Inside wasn't like a color; it was like like little rocks, like nerd, like kind of like nerds,
Okay. Oh,
Mm.
that's strange.
Well, I
don't
guess
remember that.
I'll go fuck myself. I guess.
It's chunky LSD.
Excuse me. But I mean, yeah, the lineups were always nuts, and then also just the leading up to getting to the counter, and like you're smelling the
the
popcorn and you're seeing all
anticipation.
the food.
I
Then
can't wait
there
to
was
get
always
home.
then there were certain video rental shops that had the adult section.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
But I never went near it because I
I
knew
always
wasn't
peeked.
allowed. You always peeked. Was
Always
it
peeked.
they had the sliding saloon doors? Is that what?
No, they had the fucking beads.
Oh, that's even worse. I feel
That's even worse. Yeah,
like
because
just
when
covered.
one time I like opened it and it unhinged, it like
No.
unhooked on the, and I like ran away. I was like, oh, I don't know what that is.
And everyone in there's like,
Yeah,
I had saloon.
my
I had
uncle's
saloon
inside,
doors.
like what?
I think Videotron.
Oh,
I think Videotron had saloon doors.
yeah, I
Steve.
think
And
that
it had
was,
the
mandated.
adult name in like neon light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barn.
No, and it's like
That's
Adzun.
it.
And those movies were like $17.99 for the weekend or something.
Oh
like.
well, you didn't really need it for the weekend. You needed it for about 7 minutes.
Steve, did you ever go in there or no?
No, I also avoided it to avoid being
Oh,
labeled a pervert.
First of all, guys, can we give it up for the pioneers of masturbating to porn? Because how fucking hard must it have
Yeah.
been to put in a VHS? It's like, okay, you have the 1 minute lead into the movie where it's like the fucking stupid movie card is coming up. Like, we need to know who produced this. Like, we give a fuck.
And
It
don't
gets-
but don't forget, before you even get to putting it in the VHS, you have to make sure the coast was clear. Like
Yeah. No, but I'm saying if you're an
the
adult.
70s,
You're an
gonna
adult. No,
catch-
you're an adult. You live
you're
alone.
gonna- you're gonna catch a beating.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
You're a
if you're an adult.
47-year-old man. You're a
Yeah.
47-year-old man.
So you just have to
live alone.
avoid the neighbors. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you put it in, you press play, the fucking FBI warning comes on, and then you fucking you fast forward a little bit, and you get to like the scene that it starts off, and I'm sorry, I didn't have enough money for the plumber to come, so and then it like does a fucking like a Days of Our Lives flashback, and like she's just like whipping his cock out.
The
And
bass
it
starts
goes-
slapping.
Yeah, the bass. yeah, the bass.
Boom,
There's like a
boom.
fucking sax in the background, and you're getting to like your lead up scene, and then stuff, and then you have to press fast forward because you can't scrub like you do on your phone. You can't like, oh, cowboy, let's go. You can't do that. You gotta fucking go and then, oh fuck, I passed, and then you gotta rewind. And
No, you
rewind
have
was
to- you
always
have to
slower.
Straight. You have to watch it straight back then.
That's
I
why
don't
they were
think
like
that-
80 minutes or something. They were like 80 minutes, and there was like 4 scenes.
Yeah.
per movie.
And there was a fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the story after, and then imagine what about the guys that didn't rewind porn? Imagine they charged them more.
Probably because they have
If
to
you don't
put it in.
rewind, yeah, if you don't rewind porn, it costs you $4 more because when people come in, they're gonna see us rewinding porn.
The not rewinding thing was I was always very anal about rewinding, talking about anal.
Porn.
Very anal about rewinding because I was such a perfectionist. But then did you guys ever do like the late fees and shit? I don't think I probably my dad.
No.
My dad was probably horrible at that. So,
I think we were rather on time.
I don't know why Tom's like choking. I think
Oh no.
a lot of you still have movies that you never brought back.
I just thought of something so bad.
Oh my god, are you crying?
Imagine you had remember,
Oh,
like the movie Hotel Rwanda. Imagine there's a
no.
video store that pops up called Hotel Rewinda.
There's the title of the movie, of the episode. I mean, Hotel
Rewind.
Rewinda.
Holy shit.
Oh look, it's Don Cheadle in the front.
It's his like stand up those
It's
pop up.
just a cutout.
The cutout. Thank you.
It's like the Hulk Hogan at Moxo.
No,
Yeah.
no. Go one step further. It's like the Ronald McDonald's when they used to have like the little statues of him in the
Oh,
McDonald's.
yeah,
Cheeto.
Don Cheeto.
that he's just sitting like this, and he has his arms out, and you
Yeah.
can go fucking
Yeah.
take a free picture with a pedophile.
Oh my
Oh,
god. But
Yeah.
but crazy to think. I mean, for me, I don't know. I definitely want to take a trip to Bend, Oregon, and go to Blockbuster,
If I
see
was
some
like
mountains.
around, I would go.
Didn't
If I was
they
like
Yeah.
in the
fucking-
area.
They did like an Airbnb in there now.
Yeah, now there's some sort of
Yeah.
thing they're doing, like an Airbnb or whatever. Like that's cool, and I hope for that family, like
Well, yeah, for sure.
Andy Harding or something. But,
Guys, how amazing would it be if you would go there for an Airbnb, and the Airbnb just includes unlimited popcorn and unlimited movies?
yeah, well, I'm
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
signing up right now.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I have a question for you two.
oh,
Okay.
What was like, let's say, okay, it's whatever, the late 90s, whatever. Pick a favorite movie that you would watch and what you would order in.
oh, that's a good.
What was like if it's like, let's say it's like, I don't know, 98, 99.
Mhm.
You rent a movie or you
All right.
order food. What are you going
right.
for?
I'm doing. I know Steve's gonna have a longer thought process for this one, so
So
I'm gonna.
this is tough. This is tough.
I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey, Liar Liar,
Oh,
Ooh.
and obviously the food is pizza, but you buy the popcorn from the video rental shop, and you smell the butter through the bag.
oh,
Nice.
That's
That's
what I'm doing.
That's nice.
I remember renting Liar Liar at the yeah.
I had it on VHS.
So did I, but then
Nice.
when everything changed, I bought it on DVD. I still have it, obviously.
Oh.
Well, you guys are doing extensive searches there.
Well,
I'm trying to see like what. Oh my god, I can even. Oh my god, any given Sunday, Steve.
Oh fuck!
What a fucking.
Steve and I
movie.
watched
Okay.
that together.
I actually there was probably a movie rental that happened that this happened probably at the same time, and it would have probably been honestly like Chinese food, like just
Mhm.
order in some Chinese food, and it would have been Double Jeopardy and probably like Never Been Kissed or something, or
Double
like
Jeopardy.
or like The Sixth Sense or Talented Mr. Ripley, something like that, and like
Nice.
and a rom com.
Yo, those are all great choices. Also,
They're-
Double Jeopardy, Tommy Lee Jones and
What a
and
fucking
Ashley
amazing
Judd.
movie! Are you kidding me?
Fuck, that's great.
Fucking amazing movie.
Great movie. Great.
It's like
great
it's like
movie.
when Along Came a Spider came out. That was like a standout. I remember renting that.
Yeah, you know, there's like 3 of those, right? So there's like Kiss the Girls, Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd. There is what's the one we just said? Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy. Along Came a Spider. And sorry, there's a 4th called High Crimes with Ashley Judd.
Yes.
I don't know if Morgan Freeman's in that one, but Ashley Judd. She did like they weren't really like linked, but they were kind of like people who said like, oh, they were like kind of in its own universe.
The same universe. It was like the
Yeah.
multiverse of crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve.
The MCC.
Now, you know what's really fucked up? I remember video games I've rented. I don't remember movies I've rented. I can remember one. It's really random, but there's one I specifically remember. We had rented Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Me and my brother, and we watched it at my grandmother's house.
Oh my gosh, she must have thought you guys were on meth.
Wait, do you remember if it was dubbed or if there was subtitles? Because how you were like 8?
Oh my god, how did you read that fast? That's how the hype man learned how to read at such a young age.
Oh my god, that's nuts.
Foreign film.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't
Because
know.
they used to rent the dubbed versions as well. They're like, oh,
Steve.
this is
I just got you a fucking snob shirt, man.
Okay.
I learned my English through foreign film.
wow. Wow. Hey,
But I think a classic rental strategy would be some kind of action movie, probably Steven Seagal or something. You know, a hard to kill type with like Chinese food.
What was the one he did with
Yeah.
Tom Arnold?
Exit wounds.
Exit Wounds, yes.
Yeah.
What an
Yeah.
amazing movie. X
Steve.
give it to you. No, that's not
but
that.
Steve, if you went to
That's Cradle to the
Blockbuster,
Grave.
yeah, it's true.
Which is
Steve, if
another
you went
amazing-
to Blockbuster in Bend, all right,
Yes.
but you see Money Talks is there, Do you rent it?
He's gonna just
100,000%.
he rents it and then he throws himself off
100,000%.
the roof.
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna rent
easily.
Money Talks tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh
god.
yeah, yeah. That's with like a blockbuster popcorn.
It's such
Fucking,
a great movie.
it's incredible. It's incredible, and somehow
The
almost always timed for every time me and my cousins would go down to Wildwood, fucking Jersey. It would always be playing.
It's funny how you both mentioned Chinese food. Are you both more Chinese food orderers than pizza?
No, not necessarily, but
See, I feel
no,
like
it's
I've
more
been
an
to your
event, like.
I've been to your house and you guys have ordered Chinese food. I never been to your house where you guys ordered pizza.
Oh, we order pizza.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's
all right.
we ordered pizza like pretty. Oh my god, I remember we used to order before they changed owners and it went to shit. We used to order from Buonasera. That was like it was like
What I
Buonasera.
said is that
Oh,
a
It's
that's the
on
one
oh that was on
on
Honey
Henry
Brasa.
B.
HB. Yeah, next to the
Yeah.
park, right?
Yeah, it was
It's
Buonasera
it's
and
not
Video
it's not
Shop.
good anymore.
Uh,
Uh,
no,
I still need to try Mamina.
Yeah, apparently it's very
the,
good.
Yeah.
the Big Mac pizza.
I know. I like. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
let's do that another time, man. Let's do
I'm
it.
done. Let's
But yeah, when we do Snobcast, the reprisal when we're fucking all together.
the reprisal.
The reprisal. Yeah, and now honestly, by watching that, I kind of want to go just rent a movie somewhere. You know, like I know like this the whole
Excellent.
streaming thing, but like
I want to go rent porn. Fuck, I can finally do it. What do you mean? Are you kidding me? I want to go through the doors and be like, yeah, no, it's good now.
it's good. And it's the beads still fall on your head.
You don't you weren't curious about the fucking cover art of the fucking porn videos?
Well, I would always see them at the cash at the checkout thing
Really?
because some would have like in the background, you know, they would have the stacked up like new releases or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, these just came in," and take it from the box and they put it in on the shelf, you know. But
My
there was
God. Oh
always,
my
you
god,
know,
School Sets 9 came out. What's going on?
Oh, black everything 11.
Oh no.
that. But yeah, I don't know. So I really highly suggest that you guys go and check out The Last Blockbuster on Netflix. It's short. There's really fun celebrity interviews. Oddly enough, a lot of them worked at Blockbuster, so that's
Yeah.
fun to know. But like Kevin Smith and like Doug Benson, who's always high, it's really hilarious.
Who was the other guy? There was the guy with the
Adam
beard.
Brody.
Yeah.
No, the guy with the beard that was on Big Bang Theory. He has glasses, sharp nose, very tall, ginger.
Oh, yeah. The guy who does the video store guy,
Yeah.
comic book store guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's. I forget his name.
Anyway,
No, he's in a number of things. Yeah.
So yeah, really cool little documentary. And but I think
you think?
I think it's I don't know. I want to feel a little bit ethnic.
You're feeling ethnic, so you know what that means. We have to bring out
the Hype Man's ethnic song of the week.
And here it
welcome,
is,
ladies and gentlemen.
What do you got for us?
Show host, fuck.
Oh, I have something. Okay. He's featured. He's been featured on the ethnic song before.
Really?
Yes, he has.
Double whammy.
Yeah,
Whammy.
he's also been in a star of many films. If any of you recall, so we spoke about City of God before, which he was in.
We spoke about
And
that before. I don't remember.
I didn't know
I'm-
it was a four.
Well, I think I mentioned it when he was on last time.
Okay.
Well, in
Oh,
Berlin.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah. And me and Johnny here have been kind of jamming out to it lately.
Oh,
So we're back to Brazil. Seu Jorge,
Oh,
na verdade não tá. And it goes a little something like this.
Você fala afim de estar ouvindo, mas na verdade não tá. Mas na verdade não tá. O som tá pegando fogo, o churrasco tá bombando, ela pensa estar curtindo, mas na verdade não tá. Todo mundo menos eu tá torcendo, tá sentando, ela pensa estar curtindo, mas na verdade não tá. O som tá pegando fogo, o churrasco tá bombando, ela pensa estar.
Yeah.
it feels summery. It smells like barbecue.
You know what? I'm so glad you mentioned that. First of all, it's from his album, Música para Churrasco, which is songs for barbecue.
Volume
Oh.
2.
Well, yeah, it's
I thought it
volume
was
2.
songs, you rascal.
and glad you mentioned. So basically, what's going on here? All right.
Hmm.
So he's at some kind of he's out with like some girl. He's at a party, okay, and she's like on her phone the whole time, and she's like keeps like looking down, and she's like on that, and like there's things going on around, and she's like pretending like, oh yeah, that's cool, but she's not really paying attention, and so the chorus comes in. He's like, listen, people are dancing samba, they're shaking, the barbecues are pumping, like and you're not there, you're not ready, you're not around, and the whole song is basically how she's missing out on this great time.
Oh no.
I think you would agree with me here, Steve. And that song is way too short.
It's,
It is way too short. It is.
It's like 2 minutes or something.
it
it's
sounds
too-
like my life currently.
it's 2 minutes 55 seconds.
Oh,
Oh
what?
my god, that needs to be at least
And
a
it's-
5 minute.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near as long as it should be.
Oh my god. Somebody should do an extended mix for that.
Absolutely.
God.
I don't think you understand, Tom, how well, I mean, you got a glimpse of it, but this thing, like, you loop
Wait
it
for that
and it
first
hits.
barbecue we're gonna play.
Oh
It's
my
loud.
Play
god.
this song on loop.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do Brazilian barbecue.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
Churrasco.
Steve.
Churrasco.
Oh, Steve's ready.
so
Steve's
Steve,
ready.
are you gonna?
Steve literally will ingest anything that I make. I love it.
Yeah, basically.
Steve, you're gonna put that song up in the Hype Man playlist on
I'm
Spotify.
absolutely going to put it on the Hype Man's playlist.
So again, the title of the song and the artist for the listeners.
So, once again, Seu Jorge, na verdade nada.
Wow.
Oh god.
You
It sounds
heard
like
it
a
here
sick
first.
meal.
Oh my god, I just
Would
wanna-
you
Yeah,
like some verdade and jajar?
And they're like doing it on the beach, so it's just like fucking,
I totally fucked that up.
yeah, I covered for you.
Thank God for Steve's culture. I mean,
Oh my
it's
God,
great.
Steve.
All I really want, honestly, right now is I want a hot dog.
Oh,
I would have, remember those in Cuba?
Those
Oh
are
my
good.
god.
Yeah.
The Cuban hot dogs, for
Yeah.
some reason, because they're made out of not really meat, they just go down so
Yeah.
easy.
Because a friend of mine just FaceTimed me before we got on the podcast, and she was having a hot dog, and I was like,
I am fucking
like one of those
jealous.
disgusting ones, like with the cheese.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
like the dog, like Tom's licking his lips. Fuck, like
You know what it is? I at one point in my life, I was all like, yeah, just try to put as much as we can on a hot dog. Nothing beats just like you go to Montreal pool room and you just
oh yeah,
fucking have
yeah,
just a hot. You just tell them, give
Yeah.
me 17 steamies.
yeah. With like fucking.
Without shoe.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
God,
you.
I don't know how I had a blank on that.
That's all I want. That give me the fries.
Mustard
hit-
cabbage, maybe a poutine though. The poutine's good.
Maybe sometimes
Yeah.
a little bit of vinegar on the fry, depending
Yes,
how I feel.
sometimes, yeah.
You know?
And just like enjoy all the Bulgarian posters everywhere.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should record an episode
Oh
there.
my god, we
I'd
should
love to.
They have
we
a
should-
back room that like no one uses, and
Oh
it's
my
probably
God.
filled with body parts. But
Oh my god. Yeah, the meat's fresh.
look at all these hot dogs. You know.
I get them from my Albanian friend.
But I would still have a hot dog right now. But
Yeah.
but the thing here is,
By the way, I just want to tell the
Yeah.
snobs and everybody else actually who
Yes.
listens to this podcast, I might be
hear it.
purchasing a pizza oven. So everybody is welcome to my house for a pizza party this summer.
but wait, can Steve sous chef?
Oh, Steve, they're looking for sous chefs everywhere because restaurants are going bankrupt.
It's my time to shine, baby.
It's your time to
You
shine.
can save the restaurant business, Steven.
Honestly, they would need you at like Mesa 14 just to play some good Siljar.
Oh, I could do that. That could
Mesa
definitely
14.
do it. Yeah.
Cavendish and downtown Montreal.
They have one in Cal. I knew it was
I don't
one
know. I just
downtown.
made it up.
Well, because it sounded very good. So. Like,
I
you
flipped
sold
would
it.
you
over.
know?
I'm not allowed inside anymore. I flipped over an entire table once.
Wait, what?
I never told you that.
Well,
No.
now you have no choice to end the episode that way.
Yeah, it was my birthday. I was somebody got me fucking annihilated on bloody Caesars. I don't even like them.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I
No,
feel
then I
like-
think
disgusting. That's so disgusting.
and I fucking and I was just walking. It was the end of the night. The restaurant was like pretty much empty. I was walking. I like tripped a little bit. So to catch myself, I like wanted to steady myself. So I put my hand on a table. I didn't notice it wasn't like a table for like 8. It was a table for 4. So it was one of the ones with the leg in the middle.
Yeah.
And as soon as I leaned on it, like the table was set, everything flew off. The table flipped, chairs on the floor, stuff from the table next to it fell off. I knocked over like fucking an area of table, and I got up and I'm like, oh, okay, and I left.
Holy
how old
fuck.
were you?
I don't know. I was like fucking 19 or something.
And this was at Mesa 14.
Yeah, and on Saint Martin, can't go back.
Wow, I don't even think I've seen it. Is it even still open?
It's next to
I'm-
Concordia.
No, Saint Martin.
What? No, Saint Martin Laval. He said.
There's one in Laval.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Not anymore. The table flipped over.
I think there's one near Concordia.
Yeah, there is.
Guys, I like going down nostalgia road with you and us being snobby about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would definitely open a video store to see what happens. personally.
Guys, we should do it. We would be able to. Yeah, you could give suggestions.
Snob video.
Sure.
Fuck, it's perfect. Snob video.
Steve would be the video game connoisseur. He
Oh,
would be
yeah.
able to suggest
Yeah.
you video games,
Do that.
and I would make like gourmet popcorn.
That, but you could also tell people about the porn section, Tom.
Oh yes, I could be like, I'm old enough to go in now if you need help and assistance.
A
The
t-shirt
porn-
says
the-
I'm old enough to go in. That's it.
And you'd be the porn curator.
Steve
Yeah.
would be a foreign film and video game aficionado.
Yeah, and I'm just the snob. I'm just like, no, that's bad.
That's
We don't
bad.
have any bad movies here. We don't have
don't
any
watch-
bad movies.
If you want to watch Russell Crowe, you watch Nice Guys or anything Gladiator and before.
Maybe A Beautiful Mind, but once, just once.
Just once.
Yeah, once is enough.
And if you're an economics major, it'll all make sense in that movie.
Any closing remarks, gentlemen?
Keep your sticks on the ice.
That's very deep. I feel
Red
Yeah.
Green used to say that, so I feel like keep your sticks on the ice.
Red
What a
Green,
good
the Canadian,
show.
the
What a
Red
good
Green show. I don't ever watched it.
Yeah, it was actually really funny.
Was it on
Why-
CTV all the time?
It was on Comedy Network or whatever.
Oh, Comedy Network,
No.
yes.
It was on. What was I watching it on?
Or
was
CTV
in-
then, probably CTV,
Oh,
CBC or
yeah,
CTV.
Yeah.
Tom, I mean Steve.
Okay, well, you went for Red Green. I guess I'll go with. Did I bring up Rupert? I want to bring up Rupert again. I don't care.
Brought him
He's
up a lot on
bear.
Friday.
Yeah, yes, I did.
You brought it up at the ladder.
No, on Friday we had a lot to drink and
Oh my
maybe
God.
a bit to smoke. And Steve literally kept mentioning Rupert. My friend who FaceTimed me before, we FaceTimed her on Friday, and she and he was like, "Do you know who Rupert is?" He was
Yeah.
very aggressive about it.
you guys on a Friday night, you should go to fucking. You should just, you know what? Tell them you want to go to CLDV and just you and Steve put on a show.
We would have loved. We want to go to CLDV to just use the fucking pool. All right,
Oh.
it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
there. It's just there.
there. It's just there. Just
It's
let's.
just there.
We're two people. That's it.
We could
That's
see
all.
it through the window. It's clean, the water. Just let
Yeah.
us in. We'll use
Yeah.
the pool. We'll use the
Yeah.
pool. What's the problem
Yes.
here?
If the chlorine's able to get rid of all the piss, shouldn't it kill Corona?
Yes.
I would say so. Yeah.
I'll drink it at that point. You know what I mean? They also, just before we go, like last Friday when Steve and I hung out, we went for this like super long. Bless you, Steve. We went
Thank
for
you.
this really long drive, and we kept telling each
Oh.
other how this would have been the perfect night to just go to Brutus. You know,
Yeah,
just
it really
like,
was.
and
And
just
it hurt.
show up and no plan. Just show up there. Just show
Yeah.
up. We're just hanging
JC's
out.
just there. He's like, guys.
Oh, guys, I was waiting for you all
Guys.
week. Tom's crying. I think.
Yeah.
But I would have been.
For,
Is that your
those listening, Tom's has a
That was
a
we were-
dove on a stick.
That was
Yeah.
that was the dove that just flew for Brutus. Rest in peace.
Oh my god! But there was nothing more perfect than a night there, especially when the nights got warmer and stuff, and like the days get longer. Oh my
So if you guys want to do a meet and greet, we'll be at Brutus next Thursday.
God. 4 to 7,
4 to 7.
$4 pints and or piontas as we know them now.
Oh, piontas. I have
Yeah.
it in here. Dame,
Gira
un
una
pionta.
pionta.
And if the guy says slan, you say
Right back at you, pal.
Right back at you, motherfucker. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this week's episode of Snobcast. We hope to see you all again next week. Dun, 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 dun.